Welcome back to Capitol Review. We're here talking to Congressman Beyer, and this weekend on DCW50, you can watch a feature documentary called Believe, the Barack Obama Story. And Congressman Beyer, you're actually good friends with President Barack Obama. Talk to us about your relationship and just watching him become one of the most renowned leaders in our history.
You know, my wife and I were both thinking that we were going to be for Hillary Clinton back in 2007. You know, I'd chaired Bill Clinton's campaigns in Virginia in the 90s. But then we were invited to spend 15 minutes with the young Senator Barack Obama in some flea bag little office on Capitol Hill, off campus. And I think we both walked away saying, this is the most transformational political leader in our lives. As one of my good friends said, nothing else would tell the world that America has changed other than electing Barack Obama. And we spent 2 years of our lives full time volunteering for his campaign, completely inspiring in terms of what it's done to us. And I'm just so proud. We were with him at Grant Park the night he was elected in Chicago. And 250,000 of our closest friends in this huge, huge park. Everyone was crying. People couldn't believe that with the history of racial hatred and discrimination, slavery, the Civil War, that we had actually come this far in such a short period of time.
And working for President Obama as an ambassador and later in Congress, what qualities did you see personally that others might not know about that made the president such a great leader?
Among other things, I thought he had remarkable equanimity. The president was fond of saying that things are never as good as you think they are and they're never as bad as you think they are. I remember one night early in the campaign, Hillary was up by 50 points and all of us in the early inner circle were wringing our hands in despair. And he looked at it almost with disdain and said, look, if I get to be president, that's much harder than this. We have to get ready ourselves for some of the largest challenges around. And I thought almost every decision he made as president was one that was thoughtful and wise and thinking of the long term. Things like the Iran nuclear deal, which took Iran back years and years away from nuclear weapons, later destroyed by President Trump. And we see Iran's now perhaps months away from a nuclear weapon because of it.
So how do you think President Obama has defined his legacy?
In many ways, I think probably first in terms of the environment, you know, that he came to COP15 in Denmark in December of 2009 and saved the first major environmental conference. And by the end, we were part of the Paris Environmental Agreement. You know, that's the existential crisis that faces all of us, especially your generation. And he led us to that place. He also presided over, I forget how many straight months, but after the initial 2008-2009 crash, we added, 100 to 500,000 jobs every single month through the Obama administration, the longest record of job growth ever, which continued in the Trump years, to his credit. So I think those are among the great things. Plus, he was able to show the world that America was a progressive place, committed to peace, committed to unity, committed to not being the big bully in the world, but rather somebody that brought all the countries together.
All right, Congressman Beyer, thank you. So you can watch Believe, the Barack Obama Story this Sunday, March 6th at 1 p.m. Congressman, thank you so much for being here and for your time.
It was my great pleasure, and thank you for working so hard for WDVM.
Thank you, sir. And we'll be right back. You're watching Capitol Review.